Hello, all my gorgeous gems. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am the Amethyst Witch, and I am here to guide you in understanding what Spirit's message is for you. Today's reading is a pick a card reading. As always, use your intuition to pick the pile that speaks to you. I have placed timestamps in the description box so you can skip ahead as you need. So let's get started. All right, pile number one. If you chose this pile, this is for you. Okay, group number one. What does October look like for you? So first off, I see that we are going to be going through a lot of personal growth in October. So we're going to be kind of shedding our skin, removing all of the old and stale energy. We're going to kind of be leveling up in a way. So self-love is going to be very important for you during this time. Like, I cannot stress enough how much self-love is going to be important for you during this time. It's going to kind of create that calm during all of this chaotic personal growth, because it's going to kind of, like, you think about a snake shedding its skin. It's not like just slippering off and it's just this quick motion. It takes time. They have to work it out. They have to wiggle themselves free. So it's going to be like that for you in your personal growth for the month of October. So just kind of be gentle with yourself. Give yourself a little grace and a little bit of room to grow. You're getting rid of all of that stifled energy, all that boredom, all that, just that old stale energy is going to be moving away during this time. So it's going to kind of create new room for you to grow. Decluttering is going to be a good idea for you during this time. Letting go of the old, just that's like the whole theme of this, is just letting go of the old, the stale, whatever's not serving you anymore, just letting it all go, just giving it up to the universe and just letting it go. So getting rid of all of that old stale energy. And you're going to be coming into a very powerful energy shift, which again makes sense for all of this chaotic craziness that's going on in your life. So you're going to kind of be coming into a huge energy shift. Blessings during this time as well, understanding that the things in your life that were brought in for a reason and are brought in to benefit you ultimately, whether that's for a season or for the rest of your journey. Just understanding that those things are brought into your life for a reason. So after all of this chaos is done, you're going to be filled with a sense of relief and a sense of hope with where this is going. Things will very much so be falling into alignment. They'll be very harmonious in your life. So just understand that there is a time of rest coming in for you. Around the end of October, you'll be coming into a time of rest, a time of relaxation. It'll be time to slow down a little bit. That card just came out, so awesome. So make sure you slow down, tend to your own garden. Just kind of give yourself a little bit of space and a little bit of grace to grow. And then after all this time, all this crazy chaos of change and everything, make sure that you embrace your new uniqueness. Make sure that you embrace all the things that have been created and brought into your life for this new phase. So understand too that through this, you're going to be learning yourself. You're going to be discovering who you are and who you're going to be, who you're coming into being, I guess you could say. And just embrace yourself and enjoy the new you, the new freedom that you have within yourself to actually be yourself. And understand that this is all part of a divine plan. This is all part of your destiny. And it was brought in through the design of the universe. So understand too that all of this is within you. All of it was designed for you and for your greater and higher good. This whole change is going to be very cosmic. It's going to be very otherworldly. It's going to create a lot of good energy for you. Excuse me. It's going to bring in a lot of balance and a lot of harmony into your life. So just be prepared for things to kind of shift, things to kind of remove themselves almost. And then understand that you are shedding your skin. So this banana is shedding your peel, shedding your skin, shedding all the negative things that you don't need anymore, all the things that you don't need anymore, just kind of removing all of that negative and coming into who you're supposed to be, coming into what was designed for you. All right, so let's see what is for your love life. So we'll look at that real quick. So you have a secret admirer coming in October. So now with the secret admirer, that does not necessarily have to be someone with a love interest. That can also be someone with a friendship interest, somebody that has been watching you for a while and maybe has an interest in becoming your friend or building a relationship with you of any kind, that has the desire to make that known, has the desire to let you know that this is how they feel about you, and start building a relationship that, you know, you're aware of. So make sure that during this time of change that you give thanks for the blessings of love that are soon to come your way. So that relationship is going to definitely blossom into something, whether or not it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. It's going to be blossoming in the month of October. But it is going to require you to have a little bit more feelings of self-worth, more on the positive side of feelings of self-worth. So don't have a lot of self-doubt, have a lot of negative energy towards what you deserve, what you feel you deserve. Whether that's that you've struggled with relationships in the past, this relationship is going to be very good for you. It's going to be bringing in a lot of blessings for you for the month of October. Okay, and this card says, beware of what you are projecting for the qualities you admire in one another. So make sure that you are not projecting feelings of negative self-worth, of self-doubt, of feelings of you being inadequate, because those things are also things that draw people in. That's where you get the relationships that are negative relationships. That's where you get the relationships that are not going to benefit you. It really is about like the law of attraction and the just like drawing in whatever it is that you are putting out, because energy is attracted to like energy, as far as, you know how they say like misery loves company. So it's kind of like that whole case where if you are putting out negative energy, you're going to draw in negative energy. So let's see, let's get you an affirmation card. So this says, be fully in tune with your spiritual essence, sustained by a higher power. This, there we go again, giving yourself grace. So this card talks about giving yourself grace, giving yourself time and energy to adjust to these new changes, because there is a whole heap and load of lot going on there, babe. So don't be surprised if you're exhausted. Don't be surprised if you need to take time for yourself. Practice that self-love. Give yourself grace, give yourself care, and then be on the lookout for that new relationship. But also beware of the energy that you're putting out, because it does have the potential to be a very good relationship, a very powerful relationship, but that can swing either way based on the energy that you're putting out. So you think of like twin flames, where they have the option to be very powerful relationships, whether that's for the negative or positive. It's also the same with this. You have the option to be a very powerful relationship, but whether it's negative or positive is based on what energy you're putting out there, because that's what's going to draw them in. So that is all I have for you today, my loves. So I will see you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 2. If you chose this pile, this reading is for you. All right, group number 2, this is for you. So for the month of October, what I'm seeing for you is that you need to get back into alignment with your life. So some things have been going a little bit wonky. Some things have been a little bit out of place. People that are not serving you are still playing a part in your life. So this is going to allow you the time to make those changes and get back in alignment with yourself and with your soul purpose. The universe wants you to make the first move. So you are going to be taking that leap of faith, as they say, and making sure that you're on the right path. And the universe will help you through that. The universe is going to catch you during that process. So your spirit guides and your loved ones that have crossed over are going to be helping orchestrate things from the other side. So that way things are transitioning a little bit smoother for you. During this time, make sure that you call on your soul tribe. So you want to make sure that you have people around you that are benefiting your energy, that are there as supports for your energy, and that ultimately have your best in mind. Let's see what else. Ooh, cards just falling out there. So during this time, you have been kind of putting yourself in a box, putting yourself in a place of isolation and withdrawing. But now you need to let yourself out of the box. You need to get yourself out of that space, out of that cave situation, and come out into the light. Look at where you're being called to be. So whether that's a career path, whether that's in a relationship or building a family, things like that. What are you being called to do? What are you being called to create for your life? That's where your focus needs to be. You really need to reflect on that because these things are going to be happening for you. These things are going to be coming in for you. These things are going to move very quickly. They're going to be very fast paced, and they're going to help benefit the direction that you are wanting to go in your life. So this here, and the direction that you're wanting to go in your life. Calling on the ancestors of your past, they are going to be helping you with this divine plan. During this time, you're laying the foundations for where you're going. You are laying the foundations for where you want to be. You have been kept in isolation, shut yourself in, holding yourself back. Now you need to lay those foundations of where you want to be going in your life. Okay. So coming in pretty soon during this whole process, you're going to be looking back a lot. Feelings of nostalgia are going to be creeping in. People from your past may pop up. You may run into them at like the grocery store or something. And it's going to be bringing in a lot of feelings of nostalgia and longing for the past. It is okay to treat yourself to these feelings of nostalgia. So to give yourself a little bit of reflection on things that have passed, the good old days, as they say, just give yourself some time to reflect on those things. But don't linger too long in them because things are moving forward very quickly. And so you have a divine plan and a divine purpose that you need to be focused on. So these things can come in as like a distraction almost. And it's okay for you to kind of linger on them for a minute, but don't stay there too long. Expect miracles during this time. So during this time, you may have been going through a little bit of a rough patch for the majority of the year, but in October, it's going to come through for you that you are ready for new blessings and new things to come in. So along those lines of nostalgia, you'll be having a lot of energy coming in that are going to kind of be clashing a little bit. So it's going to bring in like people and feelings from the past that are going to kind of clash with who you are and where you're going right now. So make sure that you are very careful about the connection that those relationships have in your present life, because those things are no longer serving you and they were removed from your life for a reason. We have here with the Lantern Fairy that there is a clear solution coming in. So when it comes to expecting your miracles, just understand that there are going to be signs and clear signs that this is the direction you need to go in for your greatest and highest good. So be prepared to accept those solutions no matter what they are. Let's look at your love life now. Okay, your love life. Let's see. So this says the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And if that doesn't fit everything that we've been talking about, seriously. So everything as far as the nostalgia and the feelings of nostalgia and the things coming in from your past, make sure that you are willing to release those things and embrace the new. Working on forgiveness. This card says, stop focusing your energy on past events. Oh my gosh, guys, you have got to look toward the future. You've got to look forward. That is where your future lies, is going to be moving forward. So the thing you need to ask yourself is, if you could do anything, what would it be? So understanding that, again, where we talked about laying the foundations and we talked about where you desire to go and what you want to do with your life. Those are all things that you can look towards and look at. If there was anything that you could do, what would it be? And just ask yourself those questions and ask yourself the direction that you want to go in. Let's see. So I see here with the cat that you can be a little feisty and you're going to kind of give yourself a little bit of hard-headedness, but growth is ultimately going to help you in this process. So making sure that you are open to the growth of the future. Let's see, any last ones? So again, with that growth, just reconnecting with nature, regrounding, understanding your growth and where you need to go in life, the direction that you want to go in life. Follow the light. Follow what lights you up and what makes you happy, what ignites your passion and draws you in. That's where you need to go, because you think like with plants, they travel in the direction that the sun goes. So following the light, following what ignites your soul, what speaks to you, what makes you passionate, that's the direction that you want to look at as far as what you want to do with your life and what it could be. And I'll give you one more affirmation card here. So we have love. It says, embrace another in their totality and support them in all their dreams. So that could also be you. That could be embracing yourself in your dreams. Support yourself in your dreams. It doesn't necessarily pertain to just anybody else, but also to yourself. Just embracing your own dreams, your own reality that you're creating for yourself is going to be so vital and so important for you in so many ways. And that ultimately is going to lead you to what you can do with your life and what purpose you have in your life. So support yourself, support your own dreams, and make yourself a priority in your life. Don't just put yourself on the back burner. Don't just put yourself last. You need to put yourself first. Sometimes this is the year, guys. Just be the main character in your own story. Don't make yourself a supporting character in your own story, okay? Put yourself first in your life. Put yourself first in this journey, because ultimately you cannot go anywhere if you don't put yourself first. I don't know how else to explain it to you, but just make sure that you are not a supporting character in your own story. And that is all I have for you, my lovelies. So we will see you next time. Bye. All right, group number 3. If you chose this pile, this is for you. Let's get started. All right, group number 3. So what I'm getting for you guys is a lot of issues as far as like childhood trauma. So there is a lot of healing and a lot of shadow work that needs to be done during this process, whether that's through counseling, or I know like there's been a shadow journal that has been floating around everywhere. So doing something like that, any kind of shadow work is going to be beneficial for you. But the place that I would like you to come to is imagining that you had all the love in the world. Imagining that you had love from anybody and everybody who possibly hurt you when you were younger, and understanding that they did the best that they could as far as like your parents and your family, that they did the best they could with what they had and what they knew at the time. So let's see. So yeah, again, it's reiterating the family line. So reconnecting with your parents, reconnecting with your brothers and sisters. Now that is not to negate that there are toxic people that you need to cut from your life, and that can include family. So if you intentionally cut those people out of your life because they're toxic, that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to bring those people back into your life. What that is saying is that you need to heal from those processes, from whatever trauma came into your life from those particular relationships. You need to heal from that. Now, that does not say bring those people back into your life. It does not say that. What it's saying is that you need to go through the healing process of that. And this is going to be coming in very soon for you. So you're going to have the opportunity to work through these things very soon. So probably within the month of October, I think is just going to be your start. But it will continue through until probably the end of next year. It's going to be a process, so be prepared for a journey because it is going to be a process. During this time, you're learning to be yourself. You are learning to embrace your inner child, embrace who you were supposed to be if you had all the love in the world. So, sorry, I had to adjust in my chair. So giving yourself a little bit of grace through this process is going to be beneficial for you. Practicing a lot of forgiveness, not necessarily of the people that hurt you, whether that was your siblings or your parents, because both of those energies are coming in. So that family unit that wasn't the norm for you is what you need to heal from. And you are going to have that coming in very soon. So just be a little patient with yourself. Just be a little understanding of yourself during this time, because healing is a process. That's why they call it a healing process. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what else the cards have for you. Group number 3. Ooh, this one just flew out there. Okay. This one says, stop the endless searching or the inner quest. So making sure that you are going through the healing and not looking for the answer in the wrong places. So do the work. That's ultimately what it is. Do the work. You have to do the work. You're not going to find those answers in anybody else. You're not going to be able to find that energy anywhere else. You have to do the work. You have to put in the work. And I know that might sound frustrating, and I know that might be a little bit irritating to some, because it's like just one more thing I have to do, right? But only you can do your healing. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else can work through those emotions for you. Sure, somebody can be there to support you through the process, but nobody can actually do the healing for you. So again, this talks about embodying. So who do you want to be? What do you want to embody in your life? Do you want to hold on and harbor all of these negative energies and these negative things that have been given to you in your younger life? Or do you want to create a new story? This one, look at that right there. New story. This one talks about creating a new story. You get to decide what your story is going to be. You get to decide how it all comes together. You get to decide the direction you're going to go. During this time, you're going to be remembering a lot of things from your childhood, a lot of things that weren't necessarily beneficial to you, but just trust the process. Trust the process. I can't even say that enough. Just trust the process through this whole healing situation. So don't be afraid to shoot for the stars as far as your healing goes. Don't be afraid to go into something a little more magical. Don't be afraid to invite the positive energies into you, into your life. Do a little bit of research. Research ways that you can do better. That's a little book in case you can't see it. Do some research on ways that you can help benefit yourself in this area as far as this healing process goes. Make sure that you are figuring out what you need. Do you need to go to counseling? Do you need that third party to help with the counseling between you and your family? Do you need that safe space? Do you want to do it on your own? Do you need a guided prompt? What do you need in order to get that process started? Oh, look at there. Support. This says, provide reinforcement and strength for others and yourself. So, again, do you need help through this process? Excuse me. Do you need somebody to guide you through this process? Do you need that support through all of this? All right, let's see what October is bringing in for your love life. These are your relationships and your love life. Now, your relationships can also include friendships. So if you are not in a relationship and you're not looking for a relationship, take this as friendships. They can be very intimate friendships. So this says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So don't rush into those friendships or the relationships. Don't jump on the first bandwagon that you see. You will be bringing in new beginnings in October. Something new is awaiting you, but you have got to do the rest of this first. You have got to get through all that chaotic mess first. You've got to work through the trauma first, because you don't want to bring that into a new relationship. That's not going to benefit anybody, but it's especially not going to benefit you, because you're going to attract somebody that's not going to benefit you, or you're going to bring a lot of chaos and toxicity into the relationship because of your parts that aren't healed. And yes, we can bring toxicity into a relationship as well, just from not being healed and not having worked through childhood trauma. So this one says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So again, that comes from healing for all of this process. None of this stuff is going to be taken with you when you pass. None of this stuff is going to matter when you're on the other side. All of the stuff that's going to matter is what you left behind. So understanding that you can heal yourself and understanding that you need to go through this process is going to be your main concern for the month of October. And it will take time to go through this process. So take it slow, take your time. It'll bring in new beginnings when you're ready for them, when the universe says you're ready for them, and you will be completely healed from this whole process. So that is what I have for you, my lovelies. I will see you next time.